Welcome to episode 35 of Liquid Velvet Literature. You won't hear me. But you'll feel me. Welcome to episode 35 of Liquid Velvet Literature here on Prose Radio. Began today with some lyrics by Judas Priest. Need I say more? No, I don't. It's fucking Priest. That band was so far ahead of their time, almost on every level. They're right up there with Sabbath. They're right up there with all the bands that just kind of had the foresight to see into the future. And what a great album that is. Point of Entry. All things considered, it's a cool title with that band, and also just a beautifully made album. So that got me going today. Got me going and in my coffee, getting my words articulated. Come on, you got this. You can speak. Use your words. Okay, and cool show today. The request sheets came in, and I found two artists I wanted to feature, two authors that I thought were deserving of some outside introspection beyond the site. So we're going to jump into this, and Here we go. Okay. The first one today is Area Man's Fast and Loose. He asks if I'm still writing that gay-ass poetry shit. I'm on the phone in the grocery store parking lot, mind you, so I ask him over the din of everything, are you still dating those big black bucks and peddling your ass for speed on the riverbed? Let me tell you something. If looks could kill, nobody would own a mirror, or maybe they would, and I could relax and live my own life from a place of love and talk shit to my homosexual retarded friend in peace. And then Becca Waits says, amen to that. Yeah, that's a really good piece. Yeah, I agree. Everyone needs to just calm the fuck down. That's a good piece. Thanks, Area Man. I really dig that. And this kind of opens up what I'm talking about today. This is called Substance from David Lampert. And it goes, he's a new kid in the block, brand new to prose. I am not the leaves falling in the gale. I am not the wrapper whipped in the storm. I am not the windows fogged and rattling. I am not a swallow hiding in the elms. I am not bent grass. I am not staining saturated concrete. I am the wind, the roar that is everywhere, and I have no name. And Mamba says, I absolutely love this. Yeah, me too. That's really beautiful. I like this writer a lot. And he's like our next guy. Well, this guy especially. Hang on. All right. Let that join my blood. Ooh. All right. Okay, so David Lampert is, besides being a writer, I just discovered he's also an entrepreneur. And so I wanted to jump off of here for a second and show you guys. He has this app called Giffft, Giffft, Make People Shine. And this is really cool. I like to see people who can write so well have these hustles or these other companies, these passions they do. And this to me looks like a pretty fucking cool idea. Gifft is about building authentic community, whether you have fans that want to connect with each other or just want an authentic way to bring people together. Okay, this is cool. Huh, I like this. I'm not really a social media darling, but I love this innovation. I think it's really cool. So I'll leave this link in the description. And the next one here is TFBurke. And this was It's a poem, but I want to get into this in a minute after the poem. Lamentations Anew, a poem by TFBurke. Yesterday's desecrations come and gone. Only the lonely hear its song, formatted incorrectly, comes second to a breeze. Sing songs of lament, instill terror in the trees. Some have none, but all have become their insanities. And I wanted to touch upon this because, one, what a cool guy, and two, I want to say congratulations to TFBurke because Waves of Clarity just debuted his book, and also this is cool too. If you go to his page, I'll link his profile here in the description, but you can go here and you can read his there we go. You can read his story. It's a free story. This is pretty cool. And I like this. I like, again, somebody, I don't know what Ko-Fi is, but that's cool. Just somebody else doing something with their creativity. I think this is a really cool, this is great. And let's go back to here. And this is the Waves of Clarity. And I will get my copy. But this is so cool. And I love to see authors on the site with their work. Oh, it's a poetry book. Yeah. Words are like mysteries, unknown and disguised, coated on the surface, unrealized and despised, uncontrolled but still conceived, comfort like feelings of being paroled or reprieved. This is cool. This is really cool. I write and I ride. Lightning crashed and darkness furied. Yeah, this is, I scream into the void. My voice box bleeds. Oh, that's a good opener. So anyway, I just wanted to share this with you guys before we go on. I think that, congrats, by the way, TFBurke, for your release. I can't wait to get this. I'm going to buy it after I finish this video. Support our people. And let's see, where was I? Congrats again, man. That's I know that feeling. Like when you're, is it your first book? I'm sorry, TF, I haven't really deep dove into your biography, but anytime a book drops and is available, there's it's a mixed bag. It's fun though. It's interesting. So congrats. And let's see. And this is ModernAntigone with Remember That Time I Thought I Was Dying. And this was requested with Area Man. And I think there's, is there one more or two more? I forget. And it goes, there's no nobility in suffering, I said to myself over and over, until it was stitched into my brain the same way I used to do to holes in old underwear I couldn't quite let go. In high school, I would get cramps so bad I would double over mid-jumping jack in gym class. I would sit in Spanish with 104 fevers and migraines that felt more like aneurysms. If I'm dying, I'm dying, I used to say, like I was wishing on a star or praying to my absent God. Silent, I looked so calm for a corpse. I would sit on my bedroom floor, tempting fate. Like if I couldn't have religion, I'd replace it with thinking my sticky insides were bursting like New Year's Eve fireworks. Advil, ibuprofen, Motrin. Once I started, I knew I couldn't stop. In middle school, I couldn't swallow children's Tylenol, so I crushed it between my teeth and wondered if my gums would bleed as a fit of flu-fueled delirium took me like Auntie Lolit's imaginary house in a typhoon. So I would play waiting games, let ear infections eat me from the inside, clog my Eustachian tubes like if I stopped thinking about them they'd vanish. Unexplained stomach pains? Surely I will die, but I've got to catch this bus ride. If I said I didn't need medicine, I didn't need medicine. Like I could divine it, separate it, will it away the way folks threw rocks at dying dogs. Migraines, head-pounding, drumbeat tremors would go unanswered. I made misery my religion. I would dream of my cousin Cassandra's exploding kidney and of men killing me, of all the different ways I could break bones and tear off severed toes. I would tuck myself so tight to the pain that I might as well have been fucking it. I learned to conflate instinct with desire, self-murder, crucifixion by my own goddamn discretion, and misdirection. I would ignore brown blood periods like girlhood hadn't plagued me my whole life, especially ironic given how much I give and gave a fuck about women's strife. I would do everything in my power to die silently. They could try and pry, but the flickering lights in the house were on, and so were the padlocks. I simply say, nah, I'll be all right. There's no nobility in suffering. I say now that I'm at my big age and act like I'm not still in the nose fuck-all bracket of teenage. And I'll say it until I believe it, until I start dreaming of it. So I will take this non-recreational pill and sip. That's really good. That's really good. You know, it occurs to me sometimes how cool and bizarre my job is. I never thought, a decade ago I'd be reading a really beautiful visceral poem about menstrual cramps on the internet. Can't say I'm not proud of that fact, though. So thank you, ModernAntigone, for this piece of visceral beauty. I like this a whole bunch. Let's see. And was that it? No, this is it. No, this is almost it from This Is It, but this is I Am Insatiable, and this was requested. These last two will close us out, so. And this is a challenge, any style, insatiable. Okay. I want the likes, the challenge, the double shot of vodka and my lemon drop martini on the rocks. I want to write at a bar, order and sip, write and publish, make people's jaws drop at my prose, my ability to shock and make noise in the literary world. I just wrote a letter to someone and sealed it with a kiss, but isn't that how everything is on the internet? You put forth writing on a writing website, and people click like without knowing that your saliva is all over the font, the punctuation kicking me in the gut every time someone comments. I don't get recognized for my writing, or maybe I do. There's a condom ad where a dad is at a grocery store and his toddler is throwing a temper tantrum, throwing all the produce on the ground, screaming and causing a scene. I wonder if my writing is used somewhere as caution, use protection, never whine and complain about your wasp life because you have everything. I am 31. In 1 month I turn 32. Pretty obvious, right? Except that it's not that easy when you're suicidal, pushing the limits of your serotonin. When do I get famous? Probably never, and that's okay. That's the logistics of both my genetic lottery and this game I play where I write out my feelings. I am insatiable. I want to be the greatest writer ever created, until I look at the writing of Ernest Hemingway and my dog who I named after him, we call him Ern, and see that his corgi legs are too small to hold the weight of my expectations about myself, that the real Ernest Hemingway is somewhere looking down, but not at me, at everyone else who wants a place in history. This is all great. I'm sure you'll hit the like button or move on or just forget this post ever got written. I'll drink my martini, the one I made a double, because the bartender asked, and I had nothing to lose. And now I press publish and hold my breath that someone reads this and isn't lost in my line of thinking. This is it. I like this a whole bunch. I like the parody, the satire, the half-truth. I like the duality of this. It's not even that, the quadrant or the quintuple of this. This is really good. I think that this encapsulates everything that I think a lot of writers feel this way, especially with the changing of the guard I'm going to date myself here, but I remember back when I used to be able to speak and sound out my fucking words, but I remember back when I first got a computer and not a typewriter, and there was a thing back then, and there was this bookstore. I'm not going to mention the name, but there was a bookstore, and this one guy that worked this underground writer, this fucking book. I never got that, but and he was like, "Oh man, you're fucking selling out." And I'm like, "Dude, shut the fuck up." If Dostoevsky could have had a full screen, he'd have written fucking shit tons, right? And I don't think that it's a device. I think it's just what is being exposed today through all this fucking mass connection, which I can't bitch about because prose is here for writers. But that whole idea was something a little more pure and rich than memes or porn. Well, I like both of those. Anyway, but I like this more. Thanks a lot for this. This is it. I like this. And the last one is going to be by Ravenths. I haven't read this writer in a while. I did read a really cool piece by this writer a while ago. It was a while ago. I think this might have been Kintsugi, a piece. I forgot what it was called. I think it was Ravenths, or it could have been a different piece. But I remember I liked it a lot. I actually remember standing and reading this piece that Ravenths wrote, I believe. All right, I'm pretty sure that's it. It doesn't matter. Here we go. Starlight. When I opened the door to the night, the darkness rolled in and enveloped me. Outside, while the trees swayed and the wind yawned, 1,000 pieces of stars came showering down, for each fractal cutting into the night air. Fire captured and floated in spheres. Rainbows caught in the moment, shining down, those ethereal creatures. A last goodbye to the visionary. A sweet night befallen. Yeah. That just made my coffee that much better. Starlight by Ravenths. Thank you for that. That was a beautiful way to close this show. And that's going to wrap today. Thank you for being here, and thank you to the talents featured in the show, and congrats once again to David Lampert and TFBurke for their innovations and their endeavors. I think that's really cool, and I hope all the best for you two creators. And anybody else out there who wants to hear a request, who wants to request a read or anything, go to the pros channel at gmail.com. Drop me a line. I will respond and I will comply. I love to read. I love to narrate. Apart from writing, it's really what I do. And I love to read the work on this site. There's something about it that's just so relaxing to me. So, and also just the fact that I can't think of any other place that really does this. And that's the main reason why we started this. So give us your work. And speaking of no other place like this, I'll say it kind of in a different way, I guess, today, but now more than ever, the world needs your work. And we can get so caught up in all the bullshit, right? I'm not going to preach here but let this be the never-changing constant in a changing universe. Let prose be that. So give us your work. It's necessary. Now more than ever, we need truth. We need your truth. So give us the truth. It's interesting. The truth is always interesting enough. So give it to us. And or give us your fantasy. Give us your fiction. Give us your poetry. Give us everything you got. We love it. So I'm going to get out of here. And before I go, I will say I'll see you in the new video. I need more coffee. But more than all that, take good care.